Amen. I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord at all times. Yeah, I can say that. My mom's gone. I want to commit suicide. I can bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord at all times. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. My mom been gone for 19 years. It took a chunk out of my heart. I wanted to commit suicide. I went in the bathroom to do it. But it was a scripture she told us to read. Psalm 23. And I can tell you the story, but God was with me. I'm living today.
Amen.
I'm living today. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. If you have kids, don't have kids, God has placed you in the presence of someone. Child, I'll be coming from Isaiah 40:31. Isaiah 40:28-31. It's good to be alive, y'all.
Amen.
It's good to be alive. I don't take it for granted. Isaiah 40:28-31. Lord, I thank you for this word. Oh God, I thank you for faith walkers. Oh God, I thank you for me standing in your presence. Oh God, as I give your word, what you say, oh God, let it be saturated to someone's heart on today. Oh God, we give your name praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Isaiah 40:28-31. Have you not known, have you not heard, the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth? Neither faint nor is worried. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increased strength. Even a youth shall faint and be worried, and the young men shall utterly fall. 31. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I'm going to read 31 again. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. My title today is, Are You an Eagle? All right. I could go in Proverbs 31, but I'm going to stick with what the Lord has given me. Amen. Isaiah the prophet was giving comfort to the people of Israel who felt abandoned, and he was giving them hope. That's what we're going to talk about today. Tell yourself, I am an eagle. Today is Mother's Day, and I would like, again, to thank everybody for Mother's Day. My mother's gone, but there's several memories I can think of about my mom. You know, it was good and some were bad. We don't have no perfect parents. We have to know that. Whether it was good or bad, God will give us understanding. I'm 50, and the questions still come up in my head on some of these things. When I was talking to the Lord, he gave me a word, eagle. And I said, Lord, what do I do with this? Because I love to use things of the earth. He started showing me my past, and we was a child. Like Pastor preached last week about being rejected. I pulled a nugget from this. But what really stood out, we have our kids, and we wasn't qualified. Y'all remember that? He said we wasn't qualified when we had our kids. I know I wasn't. I just knew I was in love. And this particular guy in school paid attention to Cat. Right. Don't know if the things at home, no, I didn't know if the things at home was right. They wasn't right. And don't you know when things are not right at home, you go looking in love in the wrong places. So when I met this guy at school, when he paid me some attention because I felt like the ugly duckling. Abuse was going on at home. Emotional, physical, financial, what you can name it. It was going on at home. So when this guy paid me some attention, I fell for it. Even though he was back and forth, so changing them, it didn't matter to me. Then I wound up pregnant at age 17.
Wow, come on.
My mom always told us, if you get pregnant, you're going to eat the baby. So my mama had so much fear in us that we know we were going to eat finger, toes, ears, eyes, whatever. And I was scared to tell her. What you saying, Kat? Love in all the places can lay in your life in disaster. As parents, our mothers, we start to beat ourselves up. We as parents say, I should have, I would have, I could have. We do it all our lives.
Amen.
Well, maybe if I did this, did that, John and Sue wouldn't be the way that they are. Remember, we wasn't qualified.
Come on. Amen.
I'm going to get somewhere with this.
Come on.
Amen.
The things that happen in their life were handed down from the next generation. Y'all heard of generation curses?
Yes.
Sometimes parents raise their children as they was raised. Some say things that parents said, and we start to do it as a cycle. When our parents say we want no good, we bring it down to our generation. Oh, you ain't gonna mount to nothing, we bring it to our generation. How they beat us, we bring it down to our generation. Whatever it is, we bring it down to our generation. Tell yourself, I'm an eagle and I'm going to fly high.
Come on.
When we read the scripture, they shall mount up with wings. I think about an eagle and a chicken. A chicken are often in a chicken coop. As mother parents, we find ourselves in our own chicken coop. A chicken walk with their head hung down, trying to find things to do. Mothers, we have been there for a long time. We have been in the place of just saying, if I had did this, my kid wouldn't be this way. Maybe if I brought them what I didn't have, they would be all right. If I hadn't been with this joker, they wouldn't be in jail. Maybe this, maybe that. We have all kinds of regrets through life. We at a point we don't know how to soar. When it comes to our kids, young and old, we don't know how to fly high. And I'm here to encourage you how. Not only this, mothers, but teach individuals to benefit. It's not just for mothers today, it's for each one of us. An eagle, a chicken was in the same coop. The eagle knew that it was different from the chicken, but being there so long, eagles began to walk and eat like the chicken. What I'm saying is, when you're in the same position as your family, that's all you know is what they did, you wind up being like that. You don't know no difference. So what I'm saying, the eagle was in the coop with the chicken, so he walked like the chicken, he talked like the chicken. He didn't know no better.
Come on, yeah.
This is the generation curse that passed down. You know who you are, who you want to be, but everybody in the family do it their way. In our lives, in the coop, there's difficulties in the house, heartache, disappointment, abuse, physical, emotional, verbal, physical. Sometimes they're schizophrenic on an emotional roller coaster. Their love, nourishment, and sometimes we do get that. And we bring these things to our household. Not saying not to discipline your child. Please do. I believe in tighten them up. Right, ma'am? Hebrew tells us it's okay to discipline, not abuse them. God disciplines those he loves. Proverbs 29:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. If you don't tighten it up at home, when they get out in the open, they're going to shame you.
Come on.
We should discipline our kids, but what am I going with this? Mother, it's time to stop beating ourselves up. Because I wasn't there with my kids. Some people haven't been with their kids. Some been locked up. Some was on drugs. Some was in the system all their life. Some kids are being adopted because their parents couldn't take care of them. Mothers, we have to be eagles and we have to fly high now. Back to the eagle. One day the eagle was at the breaking point. The eagle was tired of being and doing things like a chicken. The eagles were ready to do it God's way. One day the mother eagle started looking up and saw the master eagle flying. That was God. The mother eagle heart began to change. She was tired of living the way she was living. I need my house to be a home. This is what the mother was saying. Lord, I have done some things that I'm not proud of. That's me and raising my kids. I have done things that I'm not proud of. My family and parents have done some things that I'm not proud of. They really have. There were some things I have brought to my household from generation curses. And I did, because my mom did this, I did this. When my kids were coming up, I was so strict with my kids because my mom was real strict with us. Hearing that cry, the master eagle, the masterpiece, came in and swooped the mother eagle out of the chicken coop. God began to train the mother eagle how to train the baby eagle. How the master eagle is 29, a master eagle is 29, 42 inches long. Don't you know a big eagle can pick us up? That's how strong they are. They can weigh 7 to 15 pounds and have wingspan of 6 to 8 feet. Eagles was created to fly high in high places. Eagles were born to fly, not walk on the ground. That's a chicken. A chicken was made for the ground. Mothers, are you a chicken? Keep holding your head down and looking down at your past. Are you that chicken? A pigeon, keep looking back saying, I could have did this, I could have did that, want a pity party because you wasn't there. A rooster, I've been through so much, I got things I call control. I want to control everything. That's what a rooster do. A bat, always being busybody in the dark hours. Are you that bat? Satan is very busy in abandonment and loneliness. Or an eagle that fly high. What are y'all? Are y'all an eagle? An eagle that soars, stand through it all. An eagle flies to the situation. We as mothers, no matter how young or old our kids get, we should fly to the situation and allow God to teach us how to handle all our situations. No matter if they're young, no matter if they're old, we need to fly where they at. Kids as well as adults and kids go through a lot. We as parents need to ask God for wisdom and understanding how to soar. Isaiah said, they that wait on the Lord. So we got to become expecting a change in our children. First of all, we got to expect a change in us. Amen. And then we got to come to God expecting a change in our kids. They never get too old. Amen. Sad, but it's true. People go to their grave because of unforgiveness in their family. My dad did me wrong. My mother did me wrong. My children did me wrong. They're not going to get right. They're going to always be the way that they are. But God is saying to the person, expecting him to do a change. Shall renew their strength. God will give us strength, mothers, daily. He promised he would never leave us nor forsake us. Amen. With that strength, we may be able to mount up, stand up, keep standing above all circumstances. We shall walk and never give up. No matter what it looked like, never give up. Never get tired. When my son had to, he was locked up. He went to work, had on the suit, downtown Raleigh, the suit, to go to work, to take care of his family. Wound up, he was in an orange suit. Him and an inmate got to fight. And he slammed the inmate twice, not knowing that he broke the inmate's neck. The inmate went to the doctor, 13 days, they pulled the plug on the inmate. So my son had to go to jail for 3 months. They were looking to give him 10 years. But God. But God. When they came to me and told me about that, I immediately got my oil and went to praying. And as I went to work, it was all on the TV. They was looking at me like my son was a villain, and actuality he was protecting himself because the boy had hit him in the jaw. And he slammed the boy, not knowing that he was going to work that day and somebody was going to die in his hands. We continue to pray, and then by the time it was over with, I had to encourage the Lord. He was so found in the face, I had to tell him, ask him, well, he all right. And they was like, how can you stand there and not shed a tear? How can you stand there with a smile on your face? I said, for one thing, I know Christ. And I will never give up on my son, no matter what. An eagle that wants to fly high, an eagle that soars and through it all, an eagle flies to the situation. An eagle don't go from the situation, they go to the situation. We as mothers, no matter how young or old our kids get, we should fly to the situation and allow God to teach us how to handle any kind of situation our kids go through. Kids as well as adult kids go through a lot. These kids now today in school, I don't care how young they is, how old they is, they going through. You can tell with the suicide rate. See, we as parents need to ask God for wisdom and understanding how to soar. Elijah said, those that wait on the Lord, so we got to come expecting a change and not go back to the old. If we keep going back to the old, how we used to be, how kids are going to be, there's never going to be a change. Shall renew their strength. God will give us strength, mothers, daily, and he promised he'll never leave us. Always have a vision. Eagles may look back, but they are energized when they look back. When an eagle look back, it teaches them how to go forward because they don't want to keep looking back and going back. They start flying high. Eagles are fearless. Mothers face the problem. Whatever problem it is, face it. Don't run back the other way. There's going to be challenge in our life. Continue to fly high. When we begin to conquer the storm, we rise to the greatest heights. When we begin to conquer the storm, then we can look back and see that we have conquered that storm and we can go higher with the next storm. Eagle can fly up to 10,000 feet. They can come down so quick and back up in the air. They can handle business quick. They can swoop you up, down, and go up really quick. That's how we should be. We should recognize what's going on. Eagles never eat dead meat. Mothers, get rid of the old and dead weight. We carry so much weight. We are bound. Eagles eat fresh meat. Mothers, get a stand. Get around positive people. Encourage your kids. Find encouraging friends. Some that want to change. Some mothers, remember, you are an eagle. We are eagles, y'all. Eagles are born to live in high places. Eagles are overcomers. Eagles are victorious. What are we? Our master eagle, our father, heals us of all hurt. He is here to help us better than our moms and as adults. We may have young kids or adult kids. You may be the one that don't have kids, but God has placed children in your presence. Every day with the Lord's help, we should be awesome eagles to any kid that we see. Swoop in and help lift a child out of their mess. God is doing a work in our life from our past, therefore we can help someone else. Don't sit around and talk about the kid. Swoop them up, help them, encourage them. Because you never know what life they come from or what they're going through. Teach your kids to fly also. When an eagle teaches their kids to fly, they take them in the air and they let them go. For some reason, they seem to not get it. Then the mother eagle fly down and pick up the eagle. That's what we need to do. When our kids fall into a mistake or do something wrong, we still there to love them and swoop them back up. God is forever learning us how to fly to high places. And to fly, we have to continue to wait on the Lord. Set your hope in him. Have expectation. Nehemiah 8:10. For the joy of the Lord is our strength. Mothers, just know we are eagles that soar. We do not do a lot of flapping. We do not do a lot of talking. Eagles do action. Whenever there is a storm concerning our kids, go to it. Remember the direction of the wind lifts the eagle higher and higher and higher. No matter how strong the situation gets, the storm gets, we go higher and higher and higher. God lifts us up above the storm. When we are women, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. In Christ, we are strong. We are leaders. great is that is in us. Remember, train up your child in the way that they should go. Even when they old, they will not depart. They will always come back because of our training. We done trained them. Ask God, mothers, to help you daily to grow in teaching our kids. Happy Mother's Day.